Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stay tuned for Pirates baseball next. Francisco Liriano, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. What's your take on him, EK?
Remember, Matty, his fastball has a lot of movement because he throws that two-seamer. Going to run into some guys, run away from others. Very difficult to square up.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
First pitch, 1-0.
Liriano gets the sign. 0-1 on its way. A swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes to start his afternoon.
This is a guy that's got to understand his abilities here. He's got the speed to beat out any ground ball, but he's taking uppercut swings trying to go yard.
Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Batting second, shortstop.
Number 36 stands in for the first time. This one's down to third. And this is going to get through for a base hit. So the top 2 in the lineup are on to start the afternoon.
Yeah, it looks like these guys mean business. Back-to-back singles here to start the ball game. They want to put as much pressure on this guy as they can early on.
Here's the first pitch to him. Down the third baseline. Oh, and he fans on it at third. It's down the left field line. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
This team's got plenty of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but 3 straight singles will do the job as well.
Into the box now, Stephen Piscotty. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
First and second here with nobody out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And another foul ball. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 3, and they turn the double play. And now a shot of the Cardinals' starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Eric, who stands out to you?
Yeah, Matt, I think everyone should be keeping an eye on Colton Wong. He's got some wheels on him, and that's a big part of why he's successful at the major league level. Routine grounders become tough plays. Singles get turned into doubles, and what would have been a 1-2-3 inning suddenly becomes a rally.
And McCutchen will put this one away, and the inning is over. Cards forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. St. Louis is out in front, 1-0. Adam Wainwright, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. To first, gloved by Adams. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. What's the key for a home victory, Steve?
Well, they're already down by 1 after the top of the first, so you've got to get yourself right back into this ball game. Punch back a little bit and see if you can get your crowd back in it.
First pitch on its way. On the ground to third. Peralta's there. throw on to first, and Wainwright has it working now, 2 away. And with that, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we've got a Gold Glover behind the plate. How that helps the ball club, you can throw balls in the dirt as a pitcher, cuts down the running game, really impacts the game defensively.
Andrew McCutchen is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Grichuk on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Johnny Peralta makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Third baseman, Johnny Peralta.
Hit to short. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting 7.
Into the box, Yadier Molina, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And Liriano's ready. First pitch on its way. To short. Taken in by Mercer. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting 8. Center fielder, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single. Adam Wainwright settles into the box for his first chance. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. We're in the second with the Redbirds holding a 1-0 lead. And he falls behind 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And a bunt attempt now, but this is foul, and the inning is over. What was that all about? Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And, oh, he can't rein it in. A runner on first with 2 away. And he's bunting here with 2 strikes and 2 out. And he misses and likely will get an earful here as that retires the side. Jung Ho Gong strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Jung Ho.
Into the windup and the pitch. Grounded to short. Reined in. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Yeah, kind of a high chopper. This is a tough play for a shortstop on the move. Winds up beating it out.
Starling Marte will get his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Yeah, Rusty Valentine. What a great name. Besides that, he's known for being pretty spot on when it comes to calling pitches on the corners. If he misses one, it's usually up or down.
And now he has some trouble with it in center. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from first crosses the plate. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, I don't even know if I want to touch this one. I have a feeling that when these guys get back to the dugout, we're going to be able to hear what their manager is saying from up here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
Hot shot on the ground is short. He's got it. Now a low throw, but he can't knock it down at first as it gets right by him. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
I thought from here that he had plenty of time to make this play, but the throw was just a flat-out bad one. And this allows the guy to get all the way into scoring position now at second base.
Now a look and a throw back to second, but the runner's back easily. Here's Jordy Mercer now, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Boy, I'll tell you what, after seeing 2 errors in the inning, as a pitcher, you pretty much have to go into strikeout mode.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Holiday moves over. 1 out. And he is in there.
Taking a little bit of a gamble there, trying to tag up on a fly ball to the left fielder. If he gets tagged out, this is a terrible decision, but I guess since he made it, nice job.
Standing in now, Eric Kratz, as Wainwright's able to jump ahead of him here with strike 1. 1 out and a runner on third. Now a snap throw over to third, just keeping him close. Chopped weakly to the left. Peralta is up with it. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now 3-1.
Well, there's a big decision there. He decides he wants to come home with this thing. Maybe not the wisest move he could have made. And the throw's too late to get his man.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. John Jaso will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
And the runner back easily. First delivery to him on the way. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. One there. Gregory Polanco gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Wong's got to get rid of it, and they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third, and it's a 4-1 game. Andrew McCutchen is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. And Wainwright able to get ahead with the breaking pitch for strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. He's right there. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We've played 2 full. Bucks out in front, 4-1. Back in Pittsburgh, we get a shot from the city across the Monongahela River. Try to say that 10 times fast. Colton Wong is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Liriano has his target coming at him with the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
1 away here to begin the third.
Now batting, number
36 stands in. Here comes the first pitch. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike one. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Hit softly on the ground to third. Gong takes it in. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I'm sure he's going to wait for word from the guys in the dugout. And as we see it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he indeed was out.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. Gong on the slide. He's out.
Oh, what a play.
Now batting,
Stephen Piscotty will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set. Here it comes. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. Gong is there. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag.
first baseman, Matt Adams.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Marte is under it. And the inning is over. Cards strand a couple. They trail it 4-1. Jung Ho Gong digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here's Starling Marte on the ground up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
The batter.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Adams in foul ground. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Leading off the inning, Johnny Peralta, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike 2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Again, he sends it out of play. Liriano into his motion. Here's the 0-2. Hit to third. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The batter, number 4.
So the leadoff man retired here. That'll bring up Yadier Molina. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. 4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. Ground ball left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Rendell Grichuk steps into the box. First offering on its way. Runs up and gets this one down. And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single.
That may have been one of those situations where you wonder, he's not going to be able to throw him out at first. Maybe that's one where you try and see if that would have gone foul.
From the stretch. Grounded to third. On it goes right through him into left field. Colton Wong gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Grounded to the right. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cards strand a couple, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Jordy Mercer is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. First pitch coming, here it is. Grounded back up the middle. And this will continue on untouched into center field. Just went right past him. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And they'll run him down and tag him for the out.
Boy, I'm not sure what he's doing out there. I mean, you've already got the base hit. Take a turn and hold on. Turn around, give your first base coach a high five. Instead, I guess he's thinking about 2, but whatever he's doing, it didn't work out, and it wasn't all that smart.
Eric Kratz is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and chopped out to the shortstop. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
the pitcher, number 47, Francisco Liriano.
Francisco Liriano steps in now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We played 4 full. Number 36 will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
You see from the wide angle, the third baseman, he's not expecting this at all. He's got no chance to make the play here. That's a great job of catching everybody off guard.
Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. Steven Piscotty stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Down the third baseline. And reined in, 1 away. Matt Adams will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. Hit to short. Mercer is there, and he is safe at the plate as he's across to make this a 4-2 game now.
And you know what? They're probably thinking, wow, it's about time something goes our way. This one's going to wind up as an infield single, and it's going to be good enough to plate that runner from third and get him a run closer.
And they get the force for the second out.
The batter, number 4.
Yadier Molina digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And they will get the force at third, and that's that. Cards forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. Pirates. John Jaso comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
John Jaso.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
Well, maybe not a terrible idea to drop one down. I'll tell you what, when you've got a pitcher out there looking for a shutdown inning, the last thing you want to do is make an out on the very first pitch. But that's what he gets.
Bounce towards the second baseman. Wong has it. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th.
The center fielder, number
Andrew McCutchen will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
now batting.
Jung Ho Kang steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. Back in standing.
Keeping an eye on him.
Grounded to short. Backhanded. And a close play at second, but the throw does beat him in this. Leading off the inning, Rendell Grichuk. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Ready with the 0-2. And a bunt attempt here with 2 strikes that'll get foul, so he'll become out number 1. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Here's a ball hit foul down the third base line, so they'll try it again. A little bouncer. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, number 50.
Adam Wainwright steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Throw to first is going to beat him, though, as they're able to thwart the bunt attempt.
And you know, sometimes you put a bat in a pitcher's hands, and he thinks he's Jose Reyes. You got to give him an E for effort, I guess, but the last thing I want to see is my pitcher pulling a hammy trying to leg out a bunt single.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah,
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Looks like Liriano's got it working. Starling Marte will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Here's a high pop-up. Adams is there for it. 1 down.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Josh Harrison will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Here's a swing and a ground ball reined in. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Thought about going for second, but instead now they've got him in a pickle. And they will tag him out between first and second.
Now batting,
Boy, I'm not sure what he's doing out there. I mean, you've already got the base hit. Take a turn and hold on. Turn around, give your first base coach a high five. Instead, I guess he's thinking about two, but whatever he's doing, it didn't work out, and it wasn't all that smart.
He had a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Number 36 will stand in working on a 3-hit ball game now.
Well, he's feeling very comfortable in the box, too, and that's pretty obvious. They might try to move him off the plate here a little bit or something.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. A windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And this is a spot where, to me, you don't need to play home run derby here. I mean, if your last name is Pujols or Fielder, maybe, but for a guy like this, you just try to get on base and give your guys a chance to drive you in.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. Rolled foul off to the left, so he stays alive. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. 0-2 count, and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. McCutchen is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Stephen Piscotty will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single.
now batting,
Matt Adams gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Stretch time coming up here in Pittsburgh. Pirates lead it 4-2. Eric Kratz steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
catcher, Eric Kratz.
Wainwright gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Back on the hill is Wainwright now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man, 0-1.
This is where a guy who's been very aggressive around the plate may start thinking about being a little more fine later on in the game. And these guys start thinking, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go up there and jump on the first pitch. You don't even have to throw him something good to hit.
Francisco Liriano will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
To third, right to Peralta. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman,
John Jaso will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. A scoreless half inning there from Adam Wainwright. Johnny Peralta will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he's behind now as he missed badly on that swing. 1-2.
Well, that's the key to getting a hitter out. You've got to disrupt his timing, and they've had him out of whack all game long.
Grounder down the line at third. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Yadier Molina will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Up next for the Cardinals,
Rendell Grichuk will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And, Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the ninth.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. On the barehanded attempt, gets by him here, and that ought to go as a bunt single.
the batter, number 50, pitcher Adam Wainwright.
Standing in now, the pitcher, Adam Wainwright. So with 2 away, they decide to let him hit instead of burning a pinch hitter. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cardinals. Still down by a count of 4-2. Gregory Polanco digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Grounded to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
The center fielder, number 22.
Striding into the box, Andrew McCutchen. He singled his last time up. Wainwright's ready. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Grounded weakly toward third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting,
Jung Ho
baseman,
Gong stands in.
Jung Ho Gong.
Hit to third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates, but they still lead this one 4-2. Colton Wong will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Number 36 will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
On to first, and that means the Cardinals are down to their final out now.
The left fielder, number 7, Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. And it's quickly 0-2. And now this crowd announced at around 33,000 come to their feet. And he'll try to bunt as a last gasp, but this ball is foul, so a weird ending here as this ball game is over. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.